There's a phrase that has traveled through centuries, whispered by ancient philosophers. One phrase, shared by a young woman on a crowded train in Tokyo. And now it's everywhere. People are printing it on hoodies, tattooing it on their wrists, posting it with dreamy filters. But this phrase, it wasn't born from likes or followers. It was born from stillness. She said, "You don't own your time, you only borrow it." When I first heard it, I smiled. Because centuries ago, a monk I met in a Himalayan monastery said something almost identical. He told me, "Time is not yours to spend. It's only yours to respect." Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I walked from village to village with nothing but a begging bowl and a question. That question was, what do people regret most when they run out of time? Some answered with silence. Some cried. Some gave me lists longer than scriptures. But again and again I heard the same themes. I wish I had been more present with my children. I wish I had chosen peace over pride. I wish I had waited less and lived more. And that young woman on the train, she didn't invent the phrase, but she reminded us of it beautifully, simply, in a way that pierced the noise of modern life. The truth is, we live like we have time to waste. We scroll endlessly. We argue over things we'll forget next week. We chase things we can't take with us. But if time is borrowed, wouldn't you use it more carefully? Imagine if every morning, instead of saying, "I have to get through today," you said, "Today, I get to return another piece of time I was gifted." It shifts your entire mindset. Philosophers like Seneca, Lao Tzu, and the Buddha didn't just talk about time, they lived with reverence for it. They treated each moment like a flame, delicate, beautiful, and fleeting. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." The Buddha taught that the trouble is, you think you have time. And the monks I lived with, they didn't wear watches. They watched the sun, the flowers, the breath. They didn't count minutes. They made the minutes count. So what does this mean for you? It means that how you spend your morning isn't trivial. It sets the tone for your borrowed time. It means that being kind to your partner, your child, your barista is not a small act. It's a way of returning the gift of time with grace. It means asking yourself often and honestly, is what I'm doing worth a piece of my borrowed time? Because at the end of the day, we're not measured by how busy we were. We're remembered for how present we were, how much love we gave, how much we noticed, the breeze, the birdsong, the trembling hands of an aging parent. The woman who turned that phrase into a trend, she didn't go viral because of algorithms. She went viral because she struck a nerve, a deep, ancient truth that lives in all of us. We are not promised tomorrow, but we are gifted today. So, what will you do with the time you've borrowed today? Take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your lungs. That too is borrowed. Return it gently, and live, truly live, in the space between the inhale and the exhale. Until next time, be mindful, be kind, and remember, time is not ours to own, only to honor. She turned ancient wisdom into a viral trend with just one phrase, and it might just change how you live each day. In this deeply reflective episode, we explore the quiet power behind the words, "You don't own your time, you only borrow it." Through timeless stories, ancient philosophy, and monks' wisdom, you'll be guided into a more mindful way of living. Take a moment to pause, reflect, and reconnect with what truly matters. If this video inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Tell us in the comments, what will you do with your borrowed time today? Subscribe for weekly reflections and timeless life lessons from the Everyday Philosopher.